You're watching Going Bush, and we're in the forests of northeastern New South Wales, where a new 3-year study has been investigating the impact of timber harvesting on the region's koala population. Using newly developed SongMeters, the survey found 5 times the level of koala occupation than was previously thought. It's good news for the forest managers.
The key strategies for koala protection on state forest are a large corridor network. So we've got about a third to 40% of the state forest set aside specifically for conservation values. And we try and focus koala protection into those corridors. And then we move our operations around and we grow the trees back. So koalas don't need big old trees, they're happy on young trees. So the regrowth of the forest provides habitat for them. And then during our operations, we search for and protect koala browse trees.
This patch of state forest is a good example. It's been harvested multiple times over the past 100 years, but that means it's in a constant state of regeneration.
Yes, it's that process of renewal that gives us the young, green, lush leaves that koalas love.
I guess just like you and I find a good restaurant and just keep going back to it, they find a good tree in the regeneration forest and keep going back to it. They like the young leaves, the young new leaves, the shoots on the new trees. Easy for them to chew, high moisture content, so they love that regeneration forest.
The aim of the study was to examine not only koala occupancy, but also the koala's resilience to timber harvesting. Survey sites represented a broad cross-section of forest age and harvest regimes.
We specifically looked at different kinds of harvesting, so some quite heavy, intensive harvesting practices, more selective harvesting. We've also looked at different times since harvesting and also old growth forest. We found no effect at all on these occupancy rates of koalas.
While the survey results point to the effectiveness of current practices, Forestry Corporation of New South Wales forest managers are continuing to look for further improvement. New rules around habitat protection have moved from protecting areas where animals have been found to instead protecting places in the landscape where koalas are more likely to be.
Justin, this is as good a food tree as you get for our furry friends, is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's right. That's a tallowood tree there. It's about 50 centimetres and it's just, a lovely tree for koalas to feed on. So in the rules in this compartment, we're trying to keep 5 of these in every hectare, so it's one about every 30 or 40 metres.
Yeah, okay.
Gets kept for particularly just for koalas.
And then you also map them, will you? So
that's
everyone
right.
knows.
That's right. So on here, we've got a little code. So K for koalas, funnily enough, and this tree will get marked with a K. They'll be marked in the field as well if it was a harvesting operation at the moment. And everyone knows that, yep, that's a tree that needs to be retained.
Habitat mapping is able to predict areas of high-quality koala habitat, where the new rules double the number of browse trees retained and moderate habitat areas where at least 5 primary feed trees will continue to be retained per hectare.
These new prescriptions, along with an extensive network of habitat connection corridors, plus permanent parks and reserves, means that the koalas in New South Wales state forests can rest easy, with their forest homes even more securely protected.
The results make me feel encouraged that the work we've done previously is matching the new results. I think that, this new technology is matching the previous work that we've done, that the populations are sustainable and have been sustainable for decades. So it's encouraging to see these new results confirm that.
The 3-year study using SongMeter technology has found koala occupancy more than 5 times higher than previously thought in the forests of northeastern New South Wales.
The study found just as much koala occupancy in managed timber production forests as it did in forests that had never been harvested.
New habitat identification is being used to further protect areas where koalas are likely to be found, and the greatest threat to koalas continue to be permanent land clearing, urban factors like dog attack, roadkill and disease.
To find out more about the cryptic koala and this exciting new research, visit the Department of Primary Industries Forestry website, dpi.nsw.gov.au.